Hello, everybody. Welcome to Roland Pruitt's Kaiju Review. That's me, Roland Pruitt, and I am wearing my Space Godzilla shirt. And I've got it on backwards because you'll see it's riding high on the neck. Because the front of the shirt doesn't really show the Space Godzilla face very well. It kind of cuts it in half. So I spun my shirt on backwards just for you. So you can see Space Godzilla and Godzilla. Anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about is Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Let me bring up Professor Wallnott to help me out. Um,
Oh, hello there.
Hello. Let's address the elephant in the room. You've probably noticed that Anastasia has not been on the show the last couple of shows,
Yes,
um, and it's because she has gone back to Romania to kind of check into her roots. At least that's what Professor Wallnott told me.
that's the rumor I heard that she had gone off to Romania. She's somewhere where there's very poor Wi-Fi, so she can't get in touch with us. And yes, looking for apparently there was some connection between her and Vlad the Impaler, which is the um
Oh,
the
well,
uh,
that's it.
the prototype
Well,
for
we miss her.
Dracula.
We miss her
Ah,
very much.
yes, we do. Yes.
We miss her very much here on the show. Always was wonderful to have her lovely presence on the show and giving us her take on the Godzilla stuff that was going on in the movies. Um, so hopefully she'll get some good Wi-Fi at one point or another and be able to join us on the show sometime. Maybe come in, make a guest appearance or come back and tell us all kinds of cool stuff about Romania. But again, I'm sorry to report that she's not on this show. She was on the last couple of shows. She's not on this show, and she's busy. She's off busy doing some other things. So, Space Godzilla. Um, I'll be honest with you. After seeing rehashes of King Ghidorah, Mothra, and Mecha Godzilla, it was about time for a original monster. And this monster is made from Godzilla cells, as was Biollante. So again, all the really interesting new monsters are usually made from Godzilla cells somehow. So let's go ahead and go on to our timeline. TriStar Pictures released it here in America, the dubbed version. The dubbing to these movies is okay, a little off, but okay. We start out with Space Godzilla heading for Earth. There is a new Godzilla movie in the works now called Godzilla X Kong Supernova. And a lot of fans are speculating that Space Godzilla is going to be the villain in it. It's going to be something from outer space is going to attack, and it's not Ghidorah because we've already done Ghidorah in the Monarch MonsterVerse. So it's either going to be Space Godzilla, Hedorah, the smog monster, or Gigan. Probably those are the space monsters that attack Earth. And a lot of fans are hoping it's going to be Space Godzilla because he's an interesting monster.
He's a very, very cool looking monster. Yes. Yes, I that would be my vote is Space Godzilla.
Yeah, I'll tell you the one thing that was weak on this picture for me, it was kind of off-putting, was the soundtrack.
Hmm.
The music just didn't kind of jive with the kind of music that you get from Akira Ifukube or Mairo Sato.
No, and uh, I thought the editing was very, very choppy. It
Editing
seemed,
was very quick. Yeah,
yes.
it was tough for me to get good screenshots for the timeline for this because of that. So a meteor offshoot of Space Godzilla's crystalline kind of spaceship kind of body that he uses when he's traveling through space hits Boss Island, Baas, Boss Island, and these I can never remember if it's stalactites or stalagmites are the ones that come up out of the ground, right?
Right. Hmm.
Stalagmites.
Stalagmites,
Uh,
yes.
Stalagmites come up out of the ground, crystalline, and that's Space Godzilla's thing. He gets his power from crystals. It's kind of a holistic monster thing. So we get the title card Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. On the copy that I have, evidently Godzilla's name is cut in half. I don't know why. But we get a good Space Godzilla there.
Mm-hmm.
and of course the translation. So we start with the guys from the last movie, the defense minister, the general, the admiral. Um, they are all looking at what's now Mogera. He used to be Space Godzilla, but they decided to remake him and turn him into Mogera, which is a two-part machine. One is kind of like a tank. One is kind of like an air uh, combat thing.
Like a
And then they,
like some sort of fighter jet. Yeah.
yeah, and they piece together like again, we're all about selling toys, right? Bandai.
Mm-hmm.
And they piece together into Mogera. Now, the original Mogera was an alien robot from the Mysterians back in the 50s.
Oh, that's right.
But this one is it's the rehashed Mechagodzilla turned into a robot to fight Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
again. And it's cool. It looks interesting.
Yeah, but you definitely see the influence of Transformers and
Oh
all
yeah.
those sort of things. Yes.
So there is a program that they've started to see if they can control Godzilla, and they want to get Miki Sagusa involved, played by Megumi Odaka. Those cute little ears. And you mentioned before the show she's got a nice little pixie cut now.
Yes, yes.
Got her hair cut short. And the fans like it. They approve. The woman behind her is running the program. She is Professor Gondo. She is the sister, we find out later, of Goro Gondo, who was killed by Godzilla in Godzilla Returns.
Mm-hmm.
So she has kind of a vendetta against Godzilla, along with her boyfriend, Major Akira Yuki, who's on island Bass. We're going to see him later. And the guy with her is Dr. Susumu Okubo. And he's played by Yosuka Saito. And she's played by Tooko Yoshikawa. So after some internal wrestling, Miki Sagusa decides to join the program because she does not want them to try to kill Godzilla. She wants to see if they can maybe do something to keep Godzilla safe.
Right.
She doesn't want to kill Godzilla.
Well, she has that psychic link with Godzilla that
Yes.
is, very special to her.
So, yes. So, and little Godzilla, who was baby
Oh,
Godzilla.
little Godzilla, yes, yes.
Baby Godzilla in the last one. Now he's little Godzilla in this one. We see a ship that's on its way to Boss Island, and it has Lieutenant Koji Shinjo and Lieutenant Kiyoshi Sato. Now, Sato is a kind of a crazier guy. He's like dancing and stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
But later, he gets real serious. But he's kind of played like a comical character in the very beginning here when they first get on the island, and then he kind of really sobers up. I don't know what goes with that. A lot of people criticize the script for this film for being kind of weak and yeah. I mean, I gotta go.
That's a good description. Yes, weak. I think a lot of it, as I was telling you earlier before we came on, I felt like or maybe it was earlier in the program, I felt the editing was very choppy. And at first I thought, was that for the American version? Did they cut stuff out, or is it in the Japanese version as well?
I think, excuse me, a little punch work there.
Yeah.
I think the director had a lot to do with that. And I think the editing was probably that way in the Japanese version too.
Mm.
So, unfortunately, George is not with us today to confirm that. He should be with us next week for Godzilla versus the Destroyer
Nice.
next Tuesday.
Yay.
So anyway, but unfortunately, he couldn't make it for this show. So it's just the two of us. So the guys get on the island. They're looking around, and they see the crystals popping out of the ground. That's peculiar. And then Sato is accosted by the guy who's already on the island, Major Akira Yuki. And what he doesn't realize is that he's not trying to stick his neck with a knife. He's trying to stick a tarantula that is crawling on his back with a knife. And if it had bit him, it might have even killed him. It was very poisonous.
I wonder if the people who made Predator decided to borrow the scene, because there's a similar incident where he stabs except it's a scorpion in that scene.
Scorpion, right? I thought I had seen a scorpion before. I was waiting for a scorpion to come out here, and it was a spider. Like, why do I remember a scorpion? That's why, because it's in a Predator movie.
Right. Yes.
So there he is, and he's a badass. And little Godzilla comes up, and he's like, "Oh, geez, he's taking a liking to me." Gah. Just he hates him. He hates Godzilla because it killed Gondo, which was his best friend, and Gondo's sister is like hot for him, and so they've got kind of like this double vendetta against Godzilla. And this is Godzilla's son, little Godzilla.
Yes. Yes. Yuki, I mean, he's a very salty character throughout the entire movie. It's just like always. Now, baby Godzilla or little Godzilla, his eyes got very, very googly.
Yeah, they decided to make him. Let's make him a lot cuter in this one than we did in the last.
Yes.
So he grew from like a lizard creature into like this puppet thing.
Yeah.
Again, big puppy dog eyes. It's got this little,
Yes.
Muppet kind of sound, and at the end of the movie, he shoots bubbles instead of smoke. A smoke rings was what Minya did back in the '60s and '70s, and he does like these atomic bubbles. So
right. He's trying. He's trying.
Yeah.
He's growing up. But to be honest, I like the design of little Godzilla more than Minya. Just because it's a lot more detailed. Minya was just kind of big, rubbery blob.
I like it when baby Godzilla and Godzilla Jr. in Destroyer, he grows up into Godzilla Jr. He's just a smaller Godzilla. He looks more realistic, though. This looks like we're trying to sell toys.
Yeah, it's very cartoon. Yes, especially those big googly eyes. It's just
big googly eyes. Little Godzilla with the googly eyes.
Exactly.
For you older folks out there who know who Barney Google is, they got a nice little camp set up on the island. It's nice. It's romantic. There's a scene later where they're watching Yuki shower. It's like, guys, you haven't been out here that long. Come on. So we go back to Japan, mainland Japan, and the island of Japan, and the minister and the general are talking about Mulgara and how they're going to use that, and that's Project M. The other project is Project, I think it's C for Control Godzilla. So it's Project C and Project M. And
no, it's Project T for telepathy.
Oh, okay. I must have misheard it. So the guys from NASA and a space station out there come to the meeting, and they show this video, which is very disturbing. A kaiju has attacked the space station. And again, we're seeing those stalagmites go up through the floor of the station there. So we know it's Space Godzilla. We know that. They don't know what the hell it is. And they're again, they've got the Gova is there and Okubo is there, or I'm sorry, Gondo and Okuba are there, and they see it and they're like, that's peculiar. And they determined that they're going to use Mogera to try to battle whatever it is that's coming towards Earth. That Project T is going to have to hold for a little while. Okay, so Miki Sagusa is outside, and she gets a little telepathic Mothra thing going on, where she sees a little Mothra, and then it turns into this the cosmos, the two little fairies, and they tell her that there's a kaiju coming, there's a monster coming, and they're going to try to kill Godzilla. And every time these guys show up and talk to Miki Sagusa, somebody always comes into the scene at the end and goes, "Oh, who are you talking to?" Somebody. He's like, "I'm not crazy." But let's face it, it is kind of weird that she's hallucinating and seeing these Mothras and cosmos. And she's got a pair of earrings which have Mothra-like symbols from like the hieroglyphics from earlier films on the earrings. And every time she uses like telekinesis or her power,
the earrings sort of
her psychic power, the earrings they kind of go off of her ear like they levitate.
Yes.
So something, she's going to do something. So yeah, they're telling her be careful because there's a monster that's coming. It's going to try to kill Godzilla.
I was a bit disappointed that Mothra didn't show up. I mean, we see him, or her, I suppose.
Yeah.
But earlier, you see him flying and all the little Mothras.
We see little Mothras, show up here and there again.
Spread out, but
just to kind of warn Miki Sagusa that she's getting a message from the cosmos.
Yes.
So in that sense, Mothra is in the film, but it's tiny Mothra.
Mm-hmm.
It's not big Mothra.
No.
And let's face it, they're going to scrap the Godzilla films the year after this with Destroyer. They're going to stop, and they're going to do 3 Mothra films back to back for the next 3 years after that, 96, 97, 98, before they jumpstart Godzilla again. And again, those films, they're really marketed to kids.
Mm.
So back on Bass Island, they are setting beach traps for Godzilla because he makes regular appearances on this island, evidently, because his son is there. So they got these landmines set up with tear gas kind of for Kaiju.
Mm-hmm.
And Yuki is hoping to get a shot at him with a bullet that he's made that has coagulant in it. Now, this is interesting because it's a great plot point that they use later in Shin Godzilla. That's how they kill Shin Godzilla, is they use coagulant to freeze him like a statue.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, they only mention it as a bullet here, and it's never used. So Yuki decides he doesn't want to shoot at Godzilla later, and he doesn't want to shoot coagulant into him later.
Oh, I thought he did shoot him. No, maybe he didn't.
No.
Okay. All right.
He talks about it, and he shows it to these guys. He shows it to Gondo.
Gondo, yes.
Later. He talks about it a lot, but he never gets to use it.
Oh.
So he gets close to using it a couple of times, but then he doesn't use it.
Okay.
So
wow, I was totally misremembering that. I honestly thought he'd shot, but he says that there's a weak point in Godzilla that he's trying to hit.
Right.
And I thought he'd shot it and went like, oh no, that wasn't it. So Anyway,
The other two guys, Shinjo and Sato, shoot Godzilla with a little thing in the back of his neck.
right, the transmitter,
It's supposed
yes,
it's supposed to be
or amplifier. Yeah.
to control him with the telepathy.
Oh, here's the shower scene.
So yeah, look at that bottom right shot. Look at Sato. He's like, oh man, he's hot. Look at him. They're watching him shower. Guys,
I was surprised to
you
see.
haven't been away too long. Come on.
I was surprised to see nudity in
Yeah.
a Godzilla movie, in male nudity at that.
Yeah, they show his butt.
Yes, and these guys are like, whoa.
Now, Shinjo is looking at Sato like, what the hell's going on with you, dude? He likes girls. As a matter of fact, he's got his heart set on Miki Sagusa when he meets her.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like from the moment he meets her, he's like, hey, hubba hubba. I want to grab onto them ears, baby. As do we all. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a romantic thing. She's like, you guys are men, and all you want to do is kill Godzilla. That's all she says to him for the first half of the film. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, well, you're okay, I guess. I guess I was worried about you too. That kind of thing. Anyway, so they hear Space Godzilla on approach, and they send out Mogera with and at the same time, Miki Sagusa is looking up some information on the space monster as it approaches, and it's kind of showing crystalline kind of thing. And then we finally get a shot of his face, Space Godzilla, and he looks like Godzilla.
Yeah.
He does have some kind of tusk things coming out of the side of his mouth, and he's got a thing on the top of his head. It looks like a little space thing, like a little Dairy Queen thing going on there. Mm-hmm. But he looks like Godzilla in the face a lot, except meaner.
Yes.
Ironically, he looks like Godzilla from the next series of Godzilla, who was the Millennial series. Godzilla looks a little meaner like that. And these stalagmites are kind of pulsing and moving. So they're waiting for him to come. The general can't find... that's later. They get ready to send up Mogera. And our commander from the last movie, who was the pilot for Space Godzilla, Takaki Aso, he is the pilot. Meanwhile, back on Boss Island, they all meet the team who comes in. Sato and Shinjo and Yuki meet Akubo and Gondo, who he already knows. Yuki knows Gondo already. And it's his sister of his best friend. And Miki Sagusa. Mm-hmm. So they all meet each other on the beach there. They arrive in a helicopter. Not a boat. I wondered why the other two guys had to come in on a boat and not a helicopter like the rest of them. Anyway, I don't know. Then we get to see Mogera, lovely backlit, and Commander Aso. And he really was an asshole in the last movie. Farts and flies, just like the previous, from his feet and his ass.
Mm-hmm.
At least coming out of his ass, not his back. So they're happy that it's coming. And Miki meets little Godzilla. And she's enchanted. Mm-hmm. He's so cute with his googly eyes. And she's wearing a nice little pantsuit number. I don't know why she's wearing long sleeves and long pants on an island that's clearly very hot and tropical. Mm-hmm. But there it is. Wardrobe, get us a pink pantsuit. I don't know. And you can see that little Godzilla is just as confused. Well,
Why are you wearing that? That's so strange.
but there it
You're overdressed.
is. So back in the tent, they put this little thing on Miki Sagusa to, I don't know, jumpstart her telekinesis or her psychic ability. And so,
Well, before.
Yuki is talking with the professor Gondo, and this is where we kind of find out that the connection with her brother and him. And there's a later scene in a helicopter where she explains it to Sato and Shinjo. He shows her the coagulant bullet, and then they hear an explosion from the beach. One of the mines has gone off, but it's not Godzilla; it's little Godzilla. And they're all like, that little scamp.
He's gotten into the mines.
He's gotten into the mines, little scamp.
Triggered everything.
So
now, but all of a sudden they have a motorcycle.
Yeah.
But I guess when they landed with the helicopter, they had all these supplies. I assume.
Sato and Shinjo, ride around on the motorcycle. And here we get the little shield that kind of unravels or unwraps that belongs to Akubo. And it's very important that we see this now because that's going to come into play later in a little subplot later. You'll see that again. It's a little radar shield that, sends the message from Miki out to Godzilla. Now, in all the other movies, she's been able to connect to Godzilla without a special shield, but that's, again, a plot point. And Godzilla shows up. And it's about damn time. Because we're about 15 minutes in the movie. And we get their, reaction shots. Yuki's got a cigarette hanging off his lips as normal.
Yeah, he's not impressed. Like, you.
There he is, finally.
I've got something for you, buddy.
So I get the impression that Shinjo and Sato have never seen Godzilla before, even though they're part of the Godzilla G team. They've never seen it before because it's like, they really overreact here. Now, Shinjo is going to try to shoot him with the little thing, but he's got to get his back turned to him. That's a nice shot, by the way. Godzilla walking up to the beach.
Yes, that's very impressive. Very good effect.
They do a couple of. This film was praised by all the critics for its special effects, but they all said the direction and the script were weak. Anyway,
yes,
that's a nice shot. Great, yes. And again, they're vying to see who can shoot Godzilla first. Yuki can shoot him with the coagulant bullet, or they're going to shoot him with the thing that's going to control him. And Godzilla sets off some stuff on the beach there, and Yuki waits. I'm not sure why, but he waits. And the other guys cut him off on their motorcycle, and they shoot at Godzilla. When he turns his back to him, and thunk, it clicks that little spiky thing to his neck. And that's supposed to control him with Miki hooked up to the Godzilla headset.
Look at me, Professor X.
Yeah. They stole that from this. This was first, right?
Yes.
94. So yeah. Or maybe they saw it in the comic book and they stole it. It does look very Professor X.
Yes.
So, So they patch in on the special computer there. Lovely computer graphics, circa early 1990s. And the guys are like, Yuki, don't kill him. They keep trying to stop him from his vendetta. And then Mogera tags up with Space Godzilla right around the moon when he's coming past the moon. And at first, Mogera looks like it's doing a good job. And then, of course, Space Godzilla puts it down pretty quickly.
Mhm.
Now, what I can't understand, I'm not sure why, but they don't tell us how Mogera, in its injured state, gets back to Earth. And we never see Aso again. So my feeling is he must have died, because now they're saying Yuki's got to be the pilot. Yuki is the only man who can be the pilot on this.
Yes, we just see it sort of spinning away, but they never say, "Oh, it crashed," or
They have a second Mogera, in the wings. Yeah, how did it get back to Earth? And why don't they let Aso have a second chance?
Mhm.
So, but there it is. It is injured severely. Now, as Miki Sagusa is trying to connect with Godzilla, Okubo gets a little, I don't know, trigger happy, and he's like, pump up the power! And he pumps up the power, and he almost electrocutes the hell out of Miki Sagusa.
Mhm.
And luckily, her there, don't say it. The sparks off her ears, I did it. I went there.
Mhm.
I think they're cute ears. I really do.
They are. They're very cute.
Adorable.
Yes.
They're adorable. And I'm sure she got made fun of a lot in school with those ears, but poor thing. Anyway, so they come back on their motorcycle. They're like, is everything okay? And yeah, Mickey's still alive, so that's good. You can see Gondo is not happy, and Akubo is like, oh shit, I overstepped my bounds here. And then Mechagodzilla shows up on the island. And Godzilla starts to move towards the center of the island where the crystals are. And we have a little tension here because she's like, you men, you all want to kill Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those scenes. Well, I don't want you to kill Godzilla. He's my friend.
And
I
of
don't know
course
why
they
he sounds like a South Park character now, but
It's-
anyway.
that's it. And of course they ignore whatever.
Yeah, they all grab their guns and go, yeah, right, whatever. And they run out there to shoot at him again. And now it's like Shinjo and Sato are like all about let's shoot Godzilla. They're like on Yuki's team now. And all of a sudden it gets dark. And like, uh-oh, that's not good. And
Now this is something I don't understand. All right, Mickey knows that Space Godzilla is coming.
yes.
The fairies told her, but
Uh-huh.
she never tells them. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
there's there's another big kaiju coming. So we need that's why you shouldn't kill Godzilla, because we need him. But no, she never mentions him. She never mentions Space Godzilla. Or maybe she was ordered to, and by the generals, don't nobody mention. But then they didn't know about him until late. Well, anyway, it's one of those
Yeah, I
plot
didn't
points that I
know
thought,
about Space Godzilla until after she left. She knew
yes,
about it ahead of time because the Cosmos told her.
exactly. But she never
But
says
yeah,
anything
she's
about
not
it.
telling anybody, and
So
that's a weak point.
yes, it's one of those weak points in the script,
We
because
want tension between the guy that's gonna make out with her later in the film.
exactly.
It was all about the love story, not about what's right and what makes sense. So Space Godzilla shows up, and he's got these two big, huge crystals coming out of his shoulders. He's got big ass shoulder pads,
Yes.
and little Godzilla's like, what's it? and his googly eyes, and he's looking very puppy-like. And
Mhm.
Space Godzilla's like, "You're Godzilla's son. I'm gonna trap you." And he just puts his power around Space Godzilla, or I'm sorry, around little Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
And Godzilla shows up.
And see the eyes turning red, just like in the previous.
Yeah, yeah. The last film, if his eyes turned red, he was scared, and so he's scared now. That's what they were telling us.
Mhm.
If you follow along with the Godzilla movies, you know what that means. And then real Godzilla comes up, and again, for some reason, the last film and this film, they kind of make Godzilla almost Showa series like. You get a lot of Showa series from him and his expressions and stuff.
Mhm.
Um, so he squares off with Space Godzilla,
Mhm.
and
Yes,
Space
it's a,
Godzilla is very powerful.
yes. Yeah, Godzilla, he has that look, like, why are you're messing with my son
Give
now?
me back my son. He's all of a sudden he's Mel Gibson.
Yes, exactly.
Give me back my son. So yeah, he has these kind of beams that kind of like go all over the place and wrap around you and stuff, like tentacle beams. And Godzilla fires at him with his atomic breath, nuclear breath, and there's some kind of like shield that Space Godzilla can emit that bounces the. So I guess they're kind of like lasers because it kind of bounces off and
Mhm.
goes in different directions and stuff. Um, so then Space Godzilla levitates and he grabs onto little Godzilla and he fires at Big Godzilla. Big Godzilla goes down. Mickey's not happy. This is the big bad space monster they told me about,
That I didn't warn anyone else about.
but I didn't tell anybody. I should have told someone. Now I feel bad.
I mean, this is one of the rare films where you see Godzilla getting knocked down several times. I mean, he gets.
Yeah, he does get knocked down a lot in this. And like the last film, the last 30 minutes of this film is a fight scene.
Mhm.
I mean, they just saved the last 30 minutes for a huge fight. So Space Godzilla has a green beam that he uses to levitate little Godzilla, and he kind of puts him in the ground, and the stalagmites wrap around him and trap him. So
I
now,
thought I thought it was funny because for the rest of the movie, nobody mentions little Godzilla. It's like, oh yeah, he was trapped. I mean, he's not mentioned at all. We don't see him again until the very end, where he's trying to do the.
they don't show him being released from this thing. It's just he's out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you assume
When
that once
Space
the crystals.
Godzilla is eliminated, that's it. He's
Yeah,
out.
yeah, but it's like, okay,
But
enough.
we don't see that. We don't
No,
see it out.
it's like we need to get this character out of the way so we can have all the other things going on. Oh, well, we'll just trap him in the crystal thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got him. We've shown him. We can sell the toy now. Now put him away. So it's Godzilla against Space Godzilla because he's too difficult to ride around. So yeah, they all are watch Space Godzilla go away, and at this point, Yuki can shoot Godzilla, but and they're like, "Aren't you going to shoot Godzilla?" And he's like, "He's had a rough enough day." His kid just got buried in stalagmites. He doesn't say that, but he does say something to the effect of he's already had a rough enough day, that kind of thing, and he doesn't shoot the coagulant at him. Kick him while it's down. And I think they all realize that Space Godzilla is actually nastier and
Mhm.
more of a threat than Godzilla is. I think they all kind of subconsciously realize that. Mickey's probably telling them, "This is how I'm telling you about him."
Mhm.
Maybe she did tell them. So there it is. Let's move on. So yeah, he lumbers off. Mickey looks very sad, somber. Yeah, I'm sorry. You lost your son, I didn't. Um, they're all hopping into a helicopter because the program didn't work the way they wanted it to, and they're going back to Japan. And they've been called back to Japan, but Mickey decides, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay, and keep an eye out for little Godzilla, see if he gets free or if Godzilla comes back, or I'm going to stay here. She decides, and so Koji Shinjo, who's kind of got the hots for her, is like, okay, we'll stay with her. And he volunteers him and Sato. And I don't know why he volunteers Sato, because this is like a perfect time to get together with Mickey on an island. All by themselves. So anyway, yeah, they decide to stay and protect her and watch out for her. Again, there are deadly tarantulas on the island.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So once back in Japan, Professor Gondo explains that the cells that they got of Space Godzilla, and I don't know how they got these cells, they don't ever explain that either, are exactly identical to Godzilla. They're Godzilla cells, basically. And she explains that there are 2 times that Godzilla cells went off into space. One was when Violante was destroyed and some of the cells went up into space. The other time was when Mothra and Bactra fought Godzilla, and Mothra went off into space to stop a meteorite. She probably took some Godzilla cells with her into space. And evidently, one of those 2 events put Godzilla cells into a black hole. And in that black hole, they mutated and became Space Godzilla. That's the short answer. Yes. So she says, so we decided to call him Space Godzilla. It's like, oh, how long did you work on that one? It's like Mecha Godzilla. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. It's mechanical. It's a robot. It's Godzilla. Oh, space. Yeah. Oh, Godzilla. Yeah, Space Godzilla. So the general now also has a kind of a history with Yuki. There's Yuki cleaned up and not looking like he's a bum on an island. He's in his uniform and everything, and he's like, "You look like shit." That's basically what he says. He doesn't say that, but that's basically what he says. You look terrible. He goes, "You look like a big fat general." He doesn't say that either. But he's kind of snarky and snide like that, and it's showing that they have passed. And he's like, "You're the only one that can pilot the Mogera, which we've miraculously retrieved somehow." He didn't say that. By the way, when they go to this island, Bass Island, the song that they're playing sounds suspiciously like "You Only Live Twice," the James Bond music.
Yes. Yes.
Did you catch that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same damn song.
Yes.
So again, people praise this composer, and I'm like, no, he doesn't know the first thing about Godzilla, and again, he's ripping off John Barry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So come on.
I mean, the only thing he gets right is using the Godzilla theme, but everything else is just yeah.
And he does that only once when Godzilla first appears. Anyway, so we get Miki again on the island. She's seeing the cosmos and the fairy Mothra, and that's when Shinjo comes out. Hey, who are you talking to? Nobody. I'm not crazy. And she's like, "We are just a man. You just want to kill Godzilla, right?" People change. Yeah. You want to make out? And they have a nice little sunset together. What am I saying here? Oh, this is the kidnapping.
This is when she gets kidnapped. Yes.
Somebody kidnaps Miki, and they beat the crap out of Shinjo, and he can't save her, and so they all hop into a helicopter, and Gondo is the pilot. She's up in the front seat, and she looks back at her, and she explains why Yuki wants to kill Godzilla is because his best friend, her brother, was killed by Godzilla in Godzilla Returns. And they do a little flashback scene showing that scene. And Gondo actually shot Godzilla in the mouth with something. I can't remember what it was in Godzilla Returns. But Godzilla 1985 in America. But anyway, that's a little backstory. So it turns out that the Japanese mafia has Okubo working for them, and he's telling them, "Hey, we got to kidnap Miki Sagusa. She's going to make this work. We're going to control Godzilla now." And that's a subplot that just is really ridiculous. But anyway, there it is.
Exactly.
So the team goes and they see that little satellite dish of Akubo's, and they sneak in, and Akubo is kind of nuts now. He's kind of creepy and nutty now, and it works. The thing on the back of Godzilla's neck gets him up out of the ocean and gets him started. He starts walking towards Japan. Like, hey, it's working! Look, yeah, it's working! Yeah, we control Godzilla. You would think that Miki would send Godzilla like bad messages. Killed the Japanese mafia.
The not Yakuza
He's smart enough to know, hey, we can't trust her. But anyway, Godzilla's heading their way. Now we get this weird side story, I guess for comic relief, where this guy is trying to get crane game toys for his daughter, and he's been like trying all night, and evidently he's a rich guy, and he's got a keeper, a minder who's feeding him coins. And then Space Godzilla goes overhead, and it's a casino, so there's all kinds of machines are going crazy and dumping out coins and stuff. But for some reason, the crane game is dumping out a whole bunch of toys without anybody grabbing them with a claw. It's just out toys.
Well, there's like an earthquake, so I think it's just going berserk. Yes, and slot machines are pumping out money. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, I understand that one. I just don't understand why all the stuff
toys,
magically coming down into the bin when there's no claw, pulling them out. Anyway, but that happens when Space Godzilla flies overhead.
And again, this movie is so badly edited. Like, you can clearly see in the slide that it's night. In fact, it's the clock.
Yeah.
The tower says like 6:30 or something.
Yeah.
And the very next shot, okay, here's the.
It goes to day. Yeah.
Suddenly, it's daytime.
The dawn has come. Space Godzilla brought the dawn. Wouldn't the camera show them stealing the stuff? So even if they walk
away with it, they would be busted. Yeah, we never see them again. They're just.
Yeah, again not sure why that scene happened. Anyway, weak. So Space Godzilla's flying overhead, and it's causing all kinds of anomalies, electric anomalies, I guess.
That's it.
Country Shape Media, thank you for joining us. Godzilla's coming. The military's like, hey, we got to do something. And
we get the shootout.
This is the shootout when they realize G-force is there. One guy even says, "It's G-force," like it's It's not even the Japanese police or the secret service or anything. It's G-Force. They're supposed to be fighting Godzilla, but they're here. Shoot them. So yeah, you get the shootout, and they have pink muzzle fire. I don't know why. And then we see Miki Sagusa using telekinesis for the first time. She actually can move things with her thoughts. And again, the earrings.
Mm-hmm.
So she makes her table. The guy flips the table over on its side, and she makes it go up so he can shoot him in the ankles, which is nice. So her boyfriend cankles him.
Yes.
And she's like, "Well, you came and saved me. That's so nice. You're not so bad after all." Space Godzilla flies over and again hits the place where Akubo is checking the machinery. It hits his little satellite dish with a nice little electric charge, and it fries him. So we lose Akubo.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy man. He's a crazy man.
He is.
And we see nice shots of people trying to escape as Space Godzilla flies over. The general's like, "Where's Yuki? We need him now." And the other guy's like, "Ah, freaking hell. Give me Yuki." They don't know where he is. They don't know he's saving Miki Sagusa.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, "Hey, we want to start Mogera. What's going on? Where's Yuki?" General's like, "Don't. Where are you?" And there are stalagmites coming up in Fukuoka. And there's a big giant tower called Fukuoka Tower. That plays into this plot big time. Oh, what we got here? Everyone can see and hear you. No, Deep Fried Weirdo, only $5. From column B.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he was stir fried by Space Godzilla. So they finally get to G-Force.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a kind of a weird scene because he gives Gonda his lighter and says, "Fill that for me." Like he's supposed to be some badass. You know what? I don't like you, but you can fill my lighter. And Shinjo and Sato are like, "We're going to join you in Megara. Make sure we keep on target." So they all jump into Megara, and the general's happy because Yuki showed up, and they can start Megara now. The belly button cannon, the plasma cannon, is in Mogera as well.
Mm-hmm. But at least it doesn't look like a camera. It actually has like a radar dish sort of thing.
Yeah, that's changed a little bit.
Yeah, it looks a little bit more like, okay, yeah.
So they fly away in Mogera towards Fukuoka, because that's where the monsters seem to be heading. And again, the stalagmites are coming up out of the ground, and that's a good sign that this is going to be a place where Space Godzilla kind of hangs. He gets his power from those, and the power comes from deep in the earth, and he's destroying Earth as he's doing that. And what we don't know yet, but we're going to learn in the very near future during a fight, it's daytime, by the way, and it's going to be night, like instantly again.
Mm-hmm.
This is a bad thing that they do in these movies. Is Fukuoka Tower is the focal point. That's what's drawing the energy from the crystals and the ground, under the ground. So, yeah.
So Godzilla comes out and he's walking and he's walking and he's walking.
And Mogera's flying.
And Garrett's flying and flying and flying.
And Yuki decides, "Hey, there's Godzilla. We see him first. Let's kill him now." and Godzilla is destroying, shit as he's moving towards Fukuoka. I mean, I'll grant that. He is a force to be reckoned with. Anything that gets in his way. And they're
Mhm.
all seeing on the map, okay, here's the monsters, here's where Mogera is, here's where Space Godzilla is. Okay, go after Space Godzilla. And Yuki is like, no, I'm going after Godzilla. What? And Shinjo and Sato clobber Yuki as he's trying to attack Godzilla. And they knock him out. And they strap him down to a chair in the back of that cockpit there. And there he is attacking Godzilla. And they're like, hey, dude, stay on target. And they clock him. And then they head for Space Godzilla. And yeah, Space Godzilla set himself up in Fukuoka.
Mm-hmm.
And lots of crystals. Voltage crystals.
It's like his own little fortress of solitude.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because Space Godzilla was using the crystals to siphon
Energy from the Earth, and Space Godzilla was using the tower like a focal point to concentrate the energy he was absorbing. Yes,
right.
Quite right.
Right, and again, it's destroying Earth. It's destroying the planet. That's why the Cosmos reached out to Mickey and said, "Look, hey, this is a bad kaiju." The Cosmos are all about saving the Earth, the Earth. So we can see beams coming into his shoulders, giving him more power. Godzilla seems to notice that before the guys in Mogera do. But anyway, yeah, they start to fight. And again, this is a 30-minute long fight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, okay, he fires at him, she fires at him, and it keeps going. It's long. So people who like to watch Godzilla fights, yeah, it's great for them. And Mogera's doing pretty good at first. And they shoot the little arm cannons things. And it hurts, obviously, because Space Godzilla fights back. But Space Godzilla is very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So here comes Godzilla. Dun, 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 dun. And again, nice matte shots. It doesn't look like somebody's head coming over the top of the building. It means it's like a dwarf monster. I mean, the ratio is proper.
Mm-hmm.
They use the Billy cannon. Get in now, Billy. Yes. And they zap. And Space Godzilla doesn't like it, so he fires back. And here comes Godzilla.
It takes him forever to get into the fight.
As he goes to Fukuoka.
Mm-hmm.
Fukuoka.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Still walking.
People running.
People running.
He's almost there. Now, here's the funny part. They get knocked over, and Yuki wakes up and goes, if you guys untie me, I can help you. Which is a great line. That's actually a good line.
Mm-hmm.
And they are forced to untie Yuki, even though he's batshit crazy, and he's like Captain Ahab. He wants Godzilla, but no, he realizes Space Godzilla is going to kill him, so he helps them to fight Space Godzilla, and they decide to split up. He's going to go off in the Star
Falcon.
Star Falcon, the flying ship, and they're going to become the tank drilling thing that goes down in the ground. And Godzilla finally shows up. And while they're doing that, Godzilla starts to fight Space Godzilla and distract him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. And he gets knocked down.
And Godzilla gets knocked down.
But he gets up again.
Because Space Godzilla's powerful.
Nothing's going to keep him down. He takes a whiskey drink. He takes a lager drink.
Actually, he levitates here. Space Godzilla uses his shoulder pads to levitate Godzilla all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you're trying to fire at me, huh? Okay, well let me spin you around a little bit, like a magician. Maybe I'll saw you in half.
I took care of your kid. Now I'm taking care of you.
Yeah, I have expected him, to put him in a hole with the stalagmites over him. That would have been actually cool to watch him blast his way out. But
That
anyway,
would have, but no.
they didn't do it. Better ideas. It's not how you fall down; it's how you get back up that counts. There you
That,
go.
that's right. That's right.
And Godzilla's living proof of that. Uh, he's also are the stalagmites actually flying his missiles at this point?
Not yet.
Not yet.
That's coming up. That's coming
So
up.
this is where they realize that Fukuoka Tower is the focal point that's
Mhm.
giving him his energy, that he's using his power. So they decide they're going to go down under the ground and they're going to destroy Fukuoka Tower. Fukuoka Tower. So they split up. Again, Yuki goes into the Star Falcon and he's like, I'll distract him while you guys do that. And yeah, very not Power Rangers, Transformers.
Mhm.
Dun, 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 dun.
A bit of Power Rangers in there as well, I think.
Yeah.
With more Transformers, yeah.
Well, you got to remember too that Ultraman, which was also this ilk,
Oh yeah.
they were all about the vehicles, the flying ships and the ships that went down in the water and under the ground. I mean, just kind of like Stingray, the puppet shit. Insurance companies wept while contractors praised the upcoming.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to get insurance in Florida. It's hard to get insurance in Japan too, I'm betting. I actually wrote a skit about an insurance company that offered kaiju insurance a long time ago. We never did it. I also wrote a skit about Raymond Burr going crazy and seeing Godzilla and Mothra and stuff all the time. And, and we never did it. We should have.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been fun. Anyway, I digress. So what are we seeing here? Oh, this is the women. It's like, okay, the girls are here. Hey, you can't go in there, ladies. We got a boat set up. They go right past the security guard guy there, and they go right down to the dock and they get on a boat. Now there's a whole bunch of people here,
Mm-hmm.
but they can't do that. It's just these two girls in the hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get on that boat and we're going to where Godzilla's fighting.
And they took time to change as well. Maybe just put on those cool jackets.
Well, no, they just put their hoodies up.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So more fighting, more battle, more flying, more under the ground. And they find the weak point in Fukuoka Tower, and they zap it. And the Star Falcon zaps Space Godzilla at the same time. And Space Godzilla shoots the Star Falcon, and it goes down. Ah! And the tower won't completely go down, but Godzilla sees it, and Godzilla actually helps try to push the tower over, which I thought was a kind of a cool thing.
Yeah.
And Space Godzilla doesn't want the tower to come down, so he's firing it and get Godzilla. Hey, that's my tower. Don't mess with my tower, man. And there's a line here to the effect of, hey, Godzilla's not so dumb after all. It's like he's helping. So yeah, there it is. And is this where Yuki comes back, right? They put the thing back together into Mogera again, and Yuki comes back.
Yeah.
He's Mr. Badass. Yeah, you see what I did? And they go back into Mogera mode, walking Mogera mode, and they use all that they got. Belly cannon, the missiles from the hands, everything they got. They just lay into it.
Fire all the weapons.
Mm-hmm. And Space Godzilla doesn't like it. He fires back at him. They do manage, though, to destroy one of his shoulder crystals. Because they realize the shoulder crystals are part of the power, him getting his power. And Godzilla, I think, destroys the other one, I think, right?
Yes.
So both the shoulder pads are damaged. Space Godzilla be like, hey, don't destroy the tower. I just stole ours. Anyway, I'm glad we got an audience member. It's nice. It's a nice change.
Yes.
So yeah, Yuki's looking all badass there. Oh, he tells him he gets knocked down. He tells him get into the escape pod, and I'm gonna stay here. And they're like, we shouldn't just leave him. And then they jettison the space pod, the escape pod. Sato's like, we shouldn't just leave him. You know, you look good in the shower. And then they get in the escape pod and get lost. So he hits like a destruct button or something, and he can't get out of the ship. He tries and he gets his foot caught in a escape hatch. And we don't know that. We don't see that until Shinjo
Yeah,
comes.
it's almost like I think he tries like a sort of kamikaze thing where he just rams the Mogera
Oh, yeah,
into.
yeah, that's right. Sorry. So yeah, you're right. And the girls meet up with Shinjo and Sato, and we're here. You're a bit late.
Where's Yuki?
And then Gondo is like, hey, where's Yuki? And they're like, well, we left him back at Bulgaria. And then Shinjo, realizing that he's going to lose his girlfriend, goes, you know what? I'll go save him. I'm going to run. I'll run over there. It's not that far. It's got to be blocks away. But anyway, yeah, he runs and he finds Shinjo, or he finds Yuki. And I don't know how she sees it, but Miki can see what he's seeing.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, I'll help you. I'll use telekinesis.
Yeah.
And she, the earrings and everything, and she helps him to shoot exactly what he needs to shoot to open the hatch and get Yuki's foot free. And as that happens, now this is very important. Godzilla, you see that kind of red thing coming out of his body, and then he shoots a red beam. In the next movie, he goes nuclear, and we see that in the next movie, he becomes Fire Godzilla. So whatever happened here was the trigger, I think, for what's going to happen in the next movie, which is he becomes Fire Godzilla. His nuclear core, his nuclear reactor is out of control. So he has to summon this power to destroy Space Godzilla because he's so powerful. But in doing so, it causes his own death in the next film because, he's lost all control of his nuclear reactor in his body. So he hits Space Godzilla with the red beam, and it's powerful. It blows him up real good.
Yep.
He blows up like a Power Ranger monster blowing up. And we get the obligatory, more Space Godzilla cells are going up into space. Oh, great. We're going to make more monsters. Now, that would be cool for Supernova, is if they create a new monster. But anyway, I don't think they're going to do it. I think the space monster is going to be Space Godzilla or Gigan, or both. That was the beginning of his burning Godzilla form. Yes, because he was
absorbing the energy Space Godzilla was emitting while he was overloading.
Okay,
right.
So Space Godzilla did kill him after all.
Yeah.
But little Godzilla comes back as Godzilla Jr. in the next film. And he, as we know, takes in all the radiation from Godzilla melting down, and he becomes the next Godzilla. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself here. So Godzilla starts to walk off. He starts to go back to Bass Island to see if his son is okay. And they're all like, they're having this little pensive moment like they do at the end of the films. Yeah, maybe we should be nicer to Godzilla. He saved the day. No. General, no. So Yuki and Shinjo show up, and Miki is very happy. She's got her man back. She likes him now. And it's night. It looks like night. But again, it turns into daytime pretty quick here. Because we find them on a beach watching Godzilla walk away or watching him swim away, and it's daylight. It's morning. See, there he is.
Yeah.
So the Shovisions show up, and they're like, "Your mission is successful." They actually say that. They say her mission is successful. It's like, what the hell? Why would the Cosmos? They call them the Cosmos in these films, Heisei series. Why would they say that? But anyway, and he's like, "Hey, who are you talking to?" Nothing. I'm not crazy.
Well, Mickey uses her telekinesis or whatever to take the
Right,
amplifier
she
off
takes
of
the
Godzilla
thing
first.
off the back of his neck, and he kind of gives her a little nod. That's going to happen here in a second, I think.
Thanks.
And Sato is like, "Oh, we're going to kill you, Godzilla. We're going to kill you." He's all crazy and shit. And Miss Kondo gives him his lighter back. There you go. Light a cigarette for me, big boy.
Mm-hmm.
You're a badass. That's why I love you.
Like, hey, you want to go to dinner? You know all the hot places. Let's go.
Yeah.
Hint, hint.
So yeah, everybody's got a date except for Sato. And then Miki uses her uses her psychic powers to show Shinjo baby Godzilla or little Godzilla. And again, little Godzilla shooting little bubbles, little energy bubbles. Daylight changes so quickly in this movie. Yes.
I think the sun was broken. Yes.
We're controlling the sun. It's the Japanese mafia. They're controlling the sun. Most awkward romance dialogue ever. Yeah. No doubt. See, you can see the little Godzilla. See, he's okay. We don't have to show him getting out. We just know he's okay. Because I'm telekinetic. And that's the end of the film. Godzilla's just wading towards Bass Island. And we get the obligatory no kaiju were harmed in the making of this movie. All right, so that's it. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Not one of I like Space Godzilla. I really like Space Godzilla, the concept, the design. But yeah, just really weak story with plot holes that a truck could drive through.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is. Next week, probably the best of the Heisei series, and that is Godzilla versus the Destroyer, an actual monster made from the oxygen destroyer cells. Again, great script on that one. Great characters. Godzilla is burning Godzilla, and he can't control his fire breath, which is awesome. And just a really, really, really good film. And we'll have George Morgan from Japan joining us for that one next week. So thank you for watching. And if you haven't seen any of our previous ones, go on YouTube, look us up in the archive. We've done every film from the first Godzilla on up to Godzilla versus Space Godzilla up to this point. So take care, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe. Thanks.